Greetings from Jesus Speaks Light. Please take a time to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel before we start. You'll never miss the impactful messages God has in store for you if you subscribe. Now, calm your thoughts, open your heart, and pay close attention to what Jesus wants to say to you today. You're feeling something right now that you can't quite put into words. A quiet rearranging. A transformation in what you carry, in what your spirit is reaching toward, in what you no longer feel willing to accept. You've been attempting to identify it, wondering if it's growth, restlessness, or something you can't quite put your finger on. It's not confusion, I assure you. It's me. I'm working on you. Furthermore, what I am constructing is substantial and long-lasting. I have concluded that where I am bringing you next demands a different version of you. Not a marginally enhanced version. Not the same individual with improved routines or habits. I am talking about something that goes deeper than behavior, a transformation in what you believe about yourself, what you are prepared to carry, and what you are no longer willing to settle for. The version of you that has carried you thus far was strong. It was designed for a different route, but it was robust enough to carry you here. Different footing, a stronger foundation, and a strength independent of maintaining composure are needed for what is ahead. You may have realized that certain things are beginning to lose their hold on you. Words that used to leave a mark are landing differently now. You're becoming more stable than you were in situations that used to knock you sideways. Your long-standing habits are beginning to feel more like a burden than a comfort. Do not dismiss these indications. The work is this. This is me removing what is loose and extracting what was only ever present because you had not yet discovered that you could survive without it. Every loosening has a reason. I am not wasting anything that I am taking away from you. Additionally, your appetite is taking a new turn. Your heart is becoming quiet about things you used to pursue. Things that you used to ignore are becoming to matter. You're beginning to have diverse desires. Not loudly. Not in a big way. But the way a river finds its course, not by force, but by constant and confident progress. The desire in you is shifting, and this is not a coincidence. I'm rerouting your attraction because the direction I'm taking you calls for a certain level of concentration. The previous appetite would have brought you somewhere else. This shift did not start as soon as you became aware of it. It started much earlier. It was moving beneath the surface of your days, in the quiet times when you sat by yourself and sensed something settling or lifting that you were unable to describe. On the nights when ideas that had before seemed plausible began to ring hollow. When you woke up in the morning, there was something new pressing against your chest that you couldn't identify but couldn't ignore. That was not coincidence. That was me developing something in you that would not announce itself until it was ready to stand. If this message resonates with you, say Amen in the comments. Blessings from God. You are not creating this transformation. You're not just using willpower to conjure it. I'm working on something from the inside out. It's the kind of task that requires my hand in order to be completed. I am reconstructing your self-perception, your relationship to your life, and your ability to carry what has been placed inside of you. The outside environment will start to mirror the changes that have already occurred within as that reconstruction progresses. Opportunities for this new version of yourself are already being set up. This season's doors are already in place. The connections that are intended for your future self are already underway. People in your immediate vicinity will notice something odd before you do. They'll notice that you're speaking with a steadiness that wasn't there before. It will attract some people. Some will retreat from it. Both responses are information. I am not asking you to manage how others receive your improvement. I'm pleading with you to stay in it, to have faith in what is emerging, and to cease shrinking yourself to fit into areas designed for an earlier version of yourself. Those areas served a purpose. This fulfills that goal. You have long been someone who talked yourself out of the quiet certainties, who waited for external confirmation before allowing yourself to believe what was already becoming real on the inside. I'm not asking you to lose your ability to think clearly. I'm requesting that you cease building a wall of uncertainty. There is actual work taking place within you. The change is genuine. The person you are becoming into is real. I'm working toward a final painting, and each day that goes by takes it closer to what you will soon be able to see for yourself. The strength building in you does not need to announce itself. It does not need acknowledgement to exist. It is the kind of strength that goes through a room without demanding attention, that remains firm under pressure without trying to show itself. You are becoming someone who no longer has to convince people of your worth because you have stopped needing to convince yourself. That type of confidence is distinct. It's silent. It's grounded. It is growing in you right now. Since what grows slowly becomes strong, I am not hurrying this process. What I am doing in you has a shape and a direction. It is not random movement. It's not an aimless stirring of improvement. I am constructing something, someone, specific. Everything you are experiencing right now, every movement in your thinking and every change in your goals, is part of that exact plan. You are not the same person you once were. And a season from now, you will not be the same person you are today. Although the job is not yet complete, what is already seen is genuine. And this is simply the beginning. If this message is speaking to your heart, type Amen in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Jesus Speaks Light for more faith-filled teachings. I would like to discuss what is being taken away with you. Not to soothe you with reasons you were not ready to hear before, but because now, in this season, you are ready. Some things have departed from your life, such as friends who left, chances that never came to pass, and seasons that ended before you were satisfied with them. No one in your immediate vicinity could adequately address the questions you have been carrying concerning their departures. So now, I shall answer them. Not every loss is my design. However, you have been weeping over certain removals, the ones that left you standing in quiet and wondering what went wrong. It wasn't because you weren't sufficient. They occurred as a result of the incompatibility between what I eliminated and what I saw in front of you. You cannot enter a new area while bearing the entire burden of the previous one. I will not ask you to. Some of the folks that departed from your life weren't prepared for your future. That is hardly an indictment against them. It is just the truth that two pathways coexist for a season before diverging. You're heading in a route that calls for new companionship. The folks who have already moved away from you are not the ones who are supposed to walk with you in the upcoming season. I am not requesting that you become indifferent to those who departed. I want you to have faith that I know who should be by your side and who shouldn't. Additionally, there were doors that shut in front of you. Efforts that seemed to lead nowhere. Plans that failed. Opportunities that appeared, only to dissipate before you could step through them. I am aware of how painful that was. I know the disappointment of witnessing something you worked for turn to nothing. But pay attention to what I'm saying. A closed door does not determine your value. It is a redirection. Not every route takes you to your destination. I won't let you expend your energy on a path that ends prematurely. When I close one door, it's because the next one is more precise, more appropriate, and more in line with the purpose I have given you. There is something important about how I operate. I don't describe every removal as it occurs. I don't describe every modification I make. That is the essence of trust, not cruelty. You wouldn't be traveling by faith if I described every step. And even though what you see appears to be loss, the journey I have called you to requires a firm belief that I am good. Declare, "I trust you, Lord," in the comments if you think my hand is directing your life. In order to help more people hear God's uplifting word, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Jesus Speaks Light if this message has moved you. You are developing the ability to distinguish between short-term discomfort and long-term loss. Everything may seem permanent during a removal. Each closed door may appear to be the last response. Each farewell may seem like the conclusion of the tale. However, I see the big picture. From your perspective, what appears to be an ending appears entirely different from mine. I see what you are headed toward. I know exactly what is being cleared to make way for it. And I tell you this today, what is coming is worth the clearing. I'm eliminating some of your old thought patterns, fear, uncertainty, and insecurity patterns that kept bringing you back to the same cycles. I'm removing those roots entirely. Work like this is uncomfortable and wasn't intended to be. Deep roots cannot be removed without sensing movement in the ground. It's not because you're crumbling that you've been feeling uneasy. It's because I'm building a more solid base for you. Don't return to get what I've already taken away. When something familiar goes, it is tempting to return to it simply because it seems comfortable. Resist that temptation. The space I have made in your life is not empty by accident. It's getting ready. It is not necessary for what I am bringing into your life to resemble what you lost. It will fit the person you are developing into. It will be in line with the goal I have set for you. There is no punishment during the removal season. It's a time to get ready. I am removing what no longer belongs in order to create something better, much as a builder clears the area before building something lovely. Have faith in the clearing. Where there was once noise, trust the quiet. Have faith in the voids where familiar things formerly existed. I haven't given you anything less. I've created space for more. And that more is already en route. So do not lose heart. Continue to walk. Continue to have faith. Continue to pray. Even when you cannot see my hand, remember that I am working behind every scene, preparing what is best for you. The story I am writing with your life is not over. A fresh chapter is actually just getting started. Your tears have not been in vain. All of your silent prayers have been heard. There has been purpose to the waiting. Remain faithful. Remain optimistic. Remain near me. Since the greatest is still to come. Put Amen in the comments if you feel blessed by this message. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Jesus Speaks Light so you never miss the messages God has prepared for you. May you be blessed, strengthened, guided, and filled with the perfect peace of the Lord. In Jesus' great name, Amen. I appreciate you watching. See you in the next message on Jesus Speaks Light. May God reward you.